Alright, what's up everyone? My name's Night Reacts and welcome back to day 9 of the Green Day reaction marathon. So, in the last video, we reacted to Green Day's 8th studio album, which was 21st Century Breakdown. And honestly, while I didn't think it was as good as American Idiot, I still thought it was a phenomenal album and probably my second favorite album of all time from them. But apparently, Green Day decided to do something very different in 2012 and released 3 albums called Uno, Dos, and Tre. And I'm very confused why they did this, but let's just say it was definitely an interesting experience. So today we are going to be reacting to the 9th studio album and the first in the trilogy, which is Uno. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure you guys subscribe and make sure you guys do turn on the post notification bell because YouTube doesn't like to tell people I upload. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Alright, so first track is track number 1, Nuclear Family. Alright. Whoa. His voice sounds a lot more like a higher octave for some reason. Alright. This is fun. Ooh, I like that drum pattern. This is fun. I love the guitar riff in this one. Alright. Okay. A weird countdown. Wait, but why would you go to 3 and then say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? If you're already at 3, why not just say 3, 2, 1 then? That don't make sense. But yeah, that was the first track, Nuclear Family. Sorry if I didn't talk too much on this track, but I thought it was a pretty solid track. It's fun. I mean, instrumentally it was pretty solid. Lyrically it was alright. Not much to really say about that, you know, like it's an alright song. I mean, it gets the job done. Nothing that special, but yeah, we'll see if this kind of like sets up to what the whole album's gonna be about. On to the next track, which is Stay the Night. Alright. Ooh, I think I might like this. Ooh, this is pretty fun. It's a very energetic track. It seems like they're going more like just the usual like pop rock route instead of like the punk, which is surprising because the last album they kind of did that, but like they still had a lot of punk elements in it. Who knows? Maybe that'll probably be the case for this one. Alright. I feel like it's kind of falling off right now. Like the first few minutes were good, you know, like I was enjoying it, but now it's kind of like dragging on a bit. Like I don't know, it just feels like it's overwhelming. It's like there's just not too much happening now for it to be 4 minutes and 30 seconds long. Oh, that sounds cool. I mean, it's all right. I don't know. I don't really have a problem with this right now. Oh, that's cool. That was all right. You know, I don't really mind that one. I give it a light W. You know. Also, I don't think I gave the last track a rating. I also give that like a light W, by the way. I think so far these past two tracks have been okay. You know, I feel like screen keeps turning off. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe it's just because I'm coming off that like that really big like, you know, energy that was 21st Century Breakdown. But so far, I mean, these are pretty okay songs. I mean, I'm not uninterested, but they're just not really doing too much for me. But they're still okay. You know, if these were to come on, I don't think I would skip either of these tracks. But on to the next one, which is Carpe Diem or Carpe Diem. Alright. It's so weird. I feel like I'm not connecting with this track as much. I don't know. It's okay, but I don't know. I just feel like there's not much difference between this song and the last song. Like they're a little too similar, you know? Huh. Weird. I'm not getting any punk vibes from this. It says pop punk, but it doesn't. I'm not getting any of that. All right. I'm gonna be for real with you, man. I was not that interested in that song. I don't know. That was a weird one for me. I feel like it just kind of felt a little bit like a fillerish track. Just not much interesting was happening, you know? And again, it's very similar to the last track, Stay the Night, where it's like, it kind of feels like after a little bit, it starts over welcoming its stay. And while I don't think it's a bad song, I don't think I could see myself returning to this track. I don't know. I just feel like the concept of the track is just not that interesting to me, and it doesn't really have much replayability factor. It just kind of sounds like background music, you know, just something you listen to in the background and just not really pay attention to do. I'm gonna give it a mid. It's all right, but nothing too insane. On to Let Yourself Go. Alright, this one already has a better intro. Alright. That's fun. I don't know, I feel like the energy's not that there. Oh, that's so weird. I feel like the energy is just not really the same. I don't know, it feels a lot more, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, let's say like the last 4 or 5 albums, right? They had like this really raw energy feel to him. I feel like with this one so far, these past 4 songs, I just haven't had any of that sensation of just like raw energy, you know, coming from these tracks. It just feels too, it feels like a little too clean, if that makes sense, you know, like there's no messiness in it. It just feels too tight and too like manufactured so far. I'm not saying that it's like the song's bad. I just not something I'm expecting from Green Day, you know. Because they've always been that band that's kind of make messy tracks. Yeah, there's just not much here to talk about, man. Yeah, I don't know. This is so odd. Like, I'm genuinely confused because, like, it's like, I don't know. Maybe I'm not supposed to be, like, comparing it to the last albums, because obviously this is like they're not trying to do what they did in the last album. Obviously, I don't know, just so far I just not that interested in this. There's just really nothing here that's really grasping my attention. I'm gonna have to give that another mid, to be honest. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad song, because it's not, you know. It's a very well, it's just kind of there, you know. It's a song, but there's just not much to really go off of with this track. It just kind of feels like generic pop rock songs that pretty much anyone can make, you know. I mean, vocally it's all right. Lyrically, it's kind of whatever. There's not much to talk about lyrically at all, actually. And instrumentally, just to me personally, it just kind of sounds a little too clean for me. And I don't know if that's the point or not. But yeah, on to the next one, which is Killing the DJ. Oh, there's no lyrics. What the hell? Oh, I can't even hear what the hell he's saying. Oh god, they're going back to their roots where you can't understand a word they're saying because they put the vocals behind the instrumentals. This sounds like a song off Father of All. I like this part. That I don't like. What are they trying to do with this track? Like, I genuinely don't know. Okay. I'm sorry I'm not talking much. It's such like a whatever song. I just don't know what to say, honestly, about this track. It's just kind of, it's really all over the place. It's like, it just doesn't feel like it knows what the hell it wants to do. Honest to God, they might have been high making this one. I don't even know. I'm gonna be fair with you. I got no clue about that one. Genuinely, I don't know what the hell they were doing with that track. Like, I don't know what they were trying to go for with that. It just sounded like it tried to go for like a funky rock funk punk style, like a funky punk fusion or something like that, but like it's just such like a messy track. It just doesn't know what the hell direction it wants to go. Did not enjoy that one at all. That would be 100% a skip every single time. Yeah, on to the next one, which is Fell For You. I'm actually kind of shocked with that one. All these songs sound like they start the exact same. Okay. Alright. This one's very underwhelming. Oh, it's so hard to like explain. It feels like an empty shell. There's just nothing in it. It feels like Green Day but without their soul. Like there's no soul in this track. There's nothing that really like hooks you into this track. It's kind of just like a filler track in a sense. Honestly, the past few tracks just felt like filler tracks. I'm gonna be fair with you. I'm gonna have to give that one another L. Really did not enjoy that one. That really sucks, man. I had a lot more faith in this one than I thought. You know, like I thought it was gonna be solid, but I'm genuine. Like I'm actually confused on why this is sounding like this, because like compared to the last album, that last album had so much character to it, so much like soul and like interesting concepts going on. But this album so far, you know, we're halfway through it and there's just nothing to talk about. Like it's just kind of whatever. All right, on to the next song, Lost Self-Control. Alright. Alright. It's so boring. Like, outside of like that Kill the DJ song, I gotta admit, like most of these songs sound pretty much identical to each other. Like there's just no like versatility in this album. Which I mean, I know Green Day already aren't the most versatile band, but still, like they still know how to make a song, you know, differ enough to where it's actually still, they still sound semi-unique to each other, to where like even though they sound similar, they're not, you know, you can still kind of tell them apart. But so far with this album, like every song has been pretty much identical outside of Killing the DJ, which is ironic because so far that's like the worst song on here. Okay, that's all I really gotta say about that one. There's genuinely just nothing to say about that song. That was such a boring song. That had literally nothing going for it. On to the next track, which is Troublemaker. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, this song is complete ass. This is the most underwhelming song I've heard so far from them. There is literally no energy being put into this. Listen to this part right here and tell me where the energy went. Right here. Hey, like there's no energy in this. It's like they just gave up. It's just literally no energy. Zero energy, zero effort put into this track. Oh my god, that was actually so bad. Yeah, I'm gonna be for real with you. That one ain't it, Chief. That ain't it. It's like they kind of just gave up with this track. You know, they saw how bad the last track was and they just was like, you know what, let's just, hey, ooh, like that. Like, it just like no effort put into that track whatsoever. That was so bad. Dude, what the hell, man? On to the next track, which is Angel Blue. Intros all sound the same on this album. At least this one's a little more interesting than the last track, but it's not anything insane. This album is so corporate coded. Like, it's so corporate coded, man. Just sounds like their record label like just put a gun to their head and told them to make the most generic pop radio hits, man. It's so boring. It's better than the last one, but that's such an uninteresting song. Oh my god. Dude, there is like nothing interesting about that song. There is literally nothing about that song that makes me go, oh yeah, that's a banger. I can't get this hat right, bro. But yeah, that was kind of dookie, I'm not gonna lie. That's the next one, Sweet 16. Oh, great. Again, every intro sounds identical to each other. Man, there's a 5-minute song on this album too. Alright. Why is it dragging so long? Is it obvious I'm like very uninterested in this album right now? I was very excited going into this because of how, you know, maybe it's because I was like riding off the hype of the last album, or at least the last 2 albums, but I'm not gonna lie, this put like a full stop to my hype, bro. This got me nervous because there's 2 more albums to this that both released the same year, so, and I think they released, it seems like they probably released like a month or 2 apart, so that's great. Oh my god, please tell we're done. Yeah. Yeah, I'm really uninterested, man. It's not even like, I'm not even trying to be mean. It's just, the songs are so boring. There's just no energy. There's nothing to really grasp my attention. It's just another mid-track. It just sounds like a filler track. There's nothing special about it. Like, just sounds like it's something that you can hear, like, someone who doesn't know what the hell they're doing making, you know, just a random person making. It just doesn't sound like anything I would go out of my way to listen to. But on to the next track, which is Rusty James. Hopefully this is better. That's really loud. Alright. I mean, this one's better. Nothing insane, but it's definitely better. I don't know, man. It's so boring. Oh god, and the next track is 5 minutes. That was so boring. That was so boring. Oh my god. God, I am so bored right now. It's not even funny how bored I am. God, on to the last track, which is Oh Love. Please. I just want to be done. Alright. This one ain't bad. It's better than the last few tracks, but it's just nothing too insane, you know? Yeah, this one's bringing me back a little bit. Sucks it has to be the last track though, but it is bringing me back. I'm starting to get a little more interested now. Boom, 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 boom. That was better. I will say, I think they hit it off okay. I don't think it's a mid. I'll give it a light W. It's not a high W, but it's a light W. It might borderline mid, but still, it is an improvement for the last few songs. Still, though, it's nothing too insane. It still feels like very fillerish, and not too many interesting ideas going around in that track, and I don't think it's really good enough to where I would go out of my way to return to. But honestly, if it were just to randomly play, it's pretty 50-50 on whether I would skip it or not. I guess it would just be more so on the mood or how much I'm paying attention. But yeah, that was the first album of the Numbers trilogy, I guess. Uno. Yeah, that was rough. I'm not gonna lie. That was a rough one. I don't actually understand what happened. It's very weird on how they went from 2 amazing albums to an okay album to another 2 amazing albums to then just downgrading to this. Yeah, this was a complete disaster of an album. I think sonically it was so soulless. it was empty. You know, there was just nothing going on this entire album. It feels very corporate. It feels like they had a gun put to their head. Their record label just told them to put out just like the most generic radio friendly tracks possible, which is ironic because there's a lot of curse words and stuff on here, but still, like, it's just nothing interesting. There's like nothing here that really saves this album for me. Not sonically, not instrumentally, not lyrically, not vocally. There's a lot of cringy vocals on here. There's a lot of just lines that makes no sense whatsoever that I didn't even really touch on because most of the time I was just bored out of my mind. Altogether, I would never return to this. Like, I guess there is a reason why I had never heard of this album before, and it's because it's just dookie. No pun intended. I think I've made that pun twice already. I'm unintentionally making that pun. I don't know what ideas they were trying to go for with this one, but it just sounds like a very generic pop rock album, and it feels like an empty shell of what they went for with a lot of their previous albums. There's a lot of filler tracks on here. There's just a lot of poop. That's all I can say. But if I had to give this a rating, I would probably have to give this like a flat 4 out of 10. I'm so disappointed with this album. There is, 2 more to this trilogy, so who knows, maybe they'll be better and get better ratings for me. But as of right now, I'm not too optimistic, or at least not as optimistic as I was going into this one. But yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me in today's episode of the Green Day Marathon. Hopefully the next one is better. And yeah, let me know what you guys thought about the album. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notification bell so you're notified every time I upload. Make sure you go check out my YouTube where I'm daily ratings and reviews on albums, EPs, songs I react to. I'll probably leave a little bit more of a coherent review on this one there. Make sure you guys go check out my Discord server, links in the description, and go check out, my Instagram, Twitter, stuff like that. Yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, evening, wherever you are. I'll see y'all in tomorrow's video. Peace. I make it look effortless. I make it look effortless. Tell you what, I don't need to preface it. I'm filling my cup, but it's still half empty. I feel like a pessimist. She thinks she in love, but she only half met me. She don't get